Hi guys, welcome in January 2021. Oh my god, who would have thought we're gonna get there, huh? So in January I'm so excited to share with you a lot of gut health recipes, a lot of tips on fermentation and how to eat a bit cleaner but also super delicious, how to use your ferments and just be very excited about them. Today we will make something super easy but so amazing and so delicious. It requires very little work, but a lot of patience. So we will make our own homemade vinegars, and I will tell you a bit more how you can spice it all up, you know, how you can experiment with it. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's wonderful. Play in the kitchen when it's like really cold and uninviting outside. You can just get yourself a lot of vegetables for fermentation, a lot of fruit for your vinegars, and just go for it. So today I'll show you how to make a pear vinegar and apple vinegar. So let's get to it. So all you really need for the vinegars are the fruit. So either way, apples and pears today, and I'm gonna do them in two separate jars, and some sugar and some warm water. That's it, that's all it is. You need a big jar, sterilized jar preferably, so there's no bacteria in it, and that's it really. So let's just get onto it. So it's super easy, like I said. You just we're gonna start with an apple one. So we're just going to cut the apples in fours. Now you can leave absolutely everything, so you don't have to worry about the core, you don't have to worry about the pips. All you have to worry about is the little stalk there. So that's something that we would remove because it can just go moldy very easily. That's it. So just throw it away, and then you can just, if you have the leftovers of some apples, if you've got some core, so you know, just use it all. All you have to do now is cut loads of apples. Here it is. I've got loads and loads of apples here, and I've got my big jar. So all I'm gonna do now is just put them here. There's no fussing around, no nothing. The pips are great for the vinegars. So is every single other bit from the apples. The apples, you can use all sorts of apples you like, Bramley. So whatever apple type you're gonna use, this is going to give you a flavor of your vinegar. So a bit sweeter or a bit sharp, so it's entirely up to you. Now stage number 2. So we've got those apples ready. All I need now is sugar and some water, which I prepared earlier. And the general rule is 1/3 of the fruit to the 2/3 of the water ish. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of sugar for every cup of water. So I need around 4 here, and then I'll see if I need more water. And it's very rough as well. Now our sugary water goes in. So I'll see I need more water. So I've got another 3 cups of water here. All you need to do is just cover the apples. That's all we need really. Now that looks a bit better now. Now, as you can see, the apples are floating up, so that is an absolute no-go. So we need to make sure that the water is going to be always above the apples. So how we can do it, we will simply just put some something heavy on top of it, something that will just simply get inside of this. So we will need to find some. So how to now make sure that all our apples under the water. This is super, super important. This is fundamental. If we're going to have the apples that are floating up above the water, unfortunately, they will start to mold. And the minute they're molding, your vinegar is basically, you can throw it away. There's absolutely nothing else. It's beyond repair. We can't do anything about that. So I just covered my apples with some greaseproof paper. So just to give them a bit of an extra layer of the support. Now what I'm gonna do, I've got my Ziploc bag, so I've got my reusable Ziploc bag, making sure there is no holes in it, and I fill that with water. Amount of water depends on the space we need to fill with the jar. As you can see, all my apples now are under the water because I covered them and I've weighted everything. Now we can even put some more water later, so we can make it even heavier. Close it, making sure that there is some air always coming out, and that's it. So this is our vinegar ready. Now we can close it off with a cheesecloth and just hold it tightly here with some drawstring or anything like that, and making sure that every single day we will stir it. Okay, so every single day we will be stirring it to make sure we incorporate some air. There's a bacteria in the air, so that obviously helps the vinegar to actually develop. And that's it, easy as that. You will have your vinegar. Now there is a patience coming in. Your vinegar will be ready in around anything between 3, 6 to 8 weeks. It really does depend on the temperature in the air. Okay, so let's get onto a pear vinegar. So it's the same procedure. So all we need to remove is the stalks from the pears, and then lastly we're just going to again make sure that we are going to have a nice pears with no stalks. Now everything onto a jar, the water and sugar, and again around one tablespoon of sugar onto a 1 cup of water, roughly. And again, what we have to do is just to make sure that our pears will be always below the water. So using the same method, I'm sticking in the bag with some water in. So get in, heavy. Now ziplock the bag and cover it with some cheesecloth. Maybe secure with a band if you've got one, but it's not crucial or not. Here we go. So that's our pear vinegar in making. Now, what is super important, we always have to make sure to stir it. Every single day you will stir it, just to incorporate some air with a wooden spoon. Try to avoid the plastic or metal spoons. Especially the metal ones, they can have some reaction with the vinegar sometimes and can actually totally spoil it. So the wooden spoon is absolutely the best. Give it a nice stir, leave it in a nice, cool, dark place away from the direct sun. So any kind of ladder, conservatory, covered with cloths if there is a direct sun, and just look at it. Beautiful fermentation going on and happening for weeks to come, and you can just enjoy your healthy, super good for your gut vinegar in around 6 to 8 weeks time, maybe sooner, who knows.